So I mixed up a color that looks like the inside of the rolls that wrapping paper come on. And it was just a mixture of brown and white until I got the color that I felt looked like the roll. And as you can see, I just painted the end all the way across. And then just start rolling. So I'm pushing it in to the tiniest of roll that I can. So you can see I'm using a dowel because it helps get the roll started. And I keep this part really tight, and then you can just pull the stick out once you get it started. Now this is the second attempt I made, so I still didn't know how to make it look very realistic, so I rolled the whole thing up tight and pulled the dowel out. And then to keep it from unrolling, well, first I make sure the ends are even. And I noticed that there's still a little white there, which I didn't expect. I don't know how that happened. So first I trimmed it and made sure the ends were, perfect, straight and matching. And one end is not. It's kind of hard to roll it perfectly straight. So I worked on getting that, and I evened both of them out. And then add some paint to the areas that were white. I don't know why they were white, but it's important to have that roll look like, it's got the cardboard insert in the middle. So you definitely don't want it to be white anywhere. So you can just go back after you roll it and touch it up like I'm doing here. So next I'm gonna unroll it a little bit, and I'm gonna add some Gorilla Glue, which works on everything. It doesn't have to be wood. I'm using Gorilla Wood Glue because it works so well. And just taking my dowel rod and smearing it on the inside, but not all the way to the edge. I want to make it like they are just pulling out part of the roll. It's unrolled a little bit. They've been using it recently, so I don't want it to be all tied up. If I did have it all the way up like that, you could do that, but then I would cover it in some kind of plastic so that it looks like a brand new roll of wrapping paper that hasn't been opened yet. So after playing with it a couple times, I realized there's a better way to do this to make it look more realistic. So after I roll the core part really tight, so just a few rolls around the dowel, I put glue at this point and make sure that core center part for the first couple rolls stays really tight. And then after I do that, I loosely roll the rest of it and glue again towards the end. So what you get when you look at it from the end is a much more realistic look to the roll. So as you can see, I made a basket full, and each of them is unrolled like a different length, a little bit different way, just to give it that variation of when you've been wrapping paper and using several different wraps. And I'll put this by the bed in a scene with Barbie or Skipper maybe doing some wrapping.